You've been working so hard to improve your life, but no matter what you do, it feels like you're stuck in the same place. The problem isn't how hard you're trying, it's what you're holding on to. In this video, I will share 5 surprising things that you need to let go of to stop the cycle and get unstuck and finally thrive. By the end, you'll know exactly what's been holding you back and how to finally break free so that you can thrive in the year ahead with more clarity and ease and confidence. But here's the thing, if you don't let go of these hidden barriers, you risk carrying the same frustrations and limitations into another year. So let's get started. We all want to thrive, right? But here's the thing, thriving isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about creating space for the things that truly matter. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered closet. Once you get rid of what doesn't fit you anymore, you make room for what makes you feel amazing. Did you know that studies show that clutter, physical and mental, can increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and chronic stress is linked to everything from poor sleep to difficulty concentrating. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you're not just making life easier, you're literally reducing stress and boosting your brain power. By the way, before we jump into the 5 surprising things to let go of this year, I have got something to help you on this journey. It's a free self-care checklist and it's packed with simple ideas to prioritize yourself and reduce overwhelm. The link is in the description, so be sure to grab it after the video. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing to release, which is past mistakes. We've all been there, replaying that one awkward moment or regretting a decision that you made years ago. But holding on to past mistakes is like dragging around a suitcase full of rocks. Did you know that research shows that self-compassion leads to higher resilience and greater success? The faster you forgive yourself, the faster you can move forward. For me, there was a moment early in my career when I started thinking back and second-guessing a major decision. It ate away at me for a very long time until I realized that regret wasn't serving me. It was only keeping me stuck. So I started focusing on the lessons instead of the failure, and it completely shifted my mindset. So here's what I suggest. Write down one mistake that you're holding on to, and then write down what you learned from it. That lesson is your new focus. Okay, let's move on. The next thing to let go of is unrealistic expectations of others. How many times have you felt frustrated because someone didn't meet your expectations? Here's the hard truth. Expecting others to behave the way that you want is a recipe for disappointment. A Harvard study on relationships found that letting go of unrealistic expectations leads to greater happiness and stronger connections. For example, I used to get annoyed when my family didn't clean up the way I wanted. Yes, I'm looking at you, messy kitchen counters. But I learned that focusing on what I can control, my own responses, that makes life a lot smoother. Next time you're frustrated with somebody, ask yourself, is this something that I can let go of? Often the answer is yes. Okay, the third thing to release is the need for constant approval. This one hits hard, doesn't it? We are wired to want acceptance. It's literally built into our biology. But here's the kicker. Studies show that people who base their self-worth on external validation are more likely to experience anxiety and depression. I remember hesitating to launch my YouTube channel because I was so worried about what people would think. But the moment that I stopped chasing approval and started focusing on creating value, everything changed. My advice is start small. Do one thing today without worrying about what anyone else thinks, and notice how freeing it feels. All right, next up, the fourth thing to let go of is toxic productivity. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy, but busy doesn't always mean productive, and it definitely doesn't mean happy. A recent study found that overworking can lead to a 70% higher risk of heart disease. Yikes. For a long time, I wore my busyness like a badge of honor. But I've learned that rest isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So here's a radical idea. Schedule downtime. Put it on your calendar and treat it like a non-negotiable appointment. Your body and mind will thank you. Okay, that brings us to the final thing to release: comparison to others. Oh, the comparison trap. It is so easy to scroll through social media and feel like everyone else has it all figured out. But here's the truth. Comparison is the thief of joy. Cliche, I know, but it's a cliche for a reason. Research backs this up. People who compare themselves to others on social media report higher levels of loneliness and dissatisfaction. I've fallen into this trap too. But when I started focusing on my own progress instead of somebody else's highlight reel, everything shifted. So try this. Limit your time on social media or follow accounts that inspire you instead of making you feel less than. Remember, you're running your own race. When you let go of these 5 things, past mistakes, unrealistic expectations, the need for approval, toxic productivity, and comparison, you create space for a lot more joy and freedom and success. Now it's your turn. Which of these are you holding on to? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to grab my free self-care checklist in the description. It is designed to help you to create the space and the clarity that you need to thrive even more. Now, if this video resonated with you, I think that you are going to love the one that I have got coming up for you on the next screen, and I will see you there. Oh, the comparison trap. It's so easy to throw. What does that mean? Now this Vizio. Okay. Now I get to reward myself with tea. Good.